Let's humble ourselves for friend. Thank you for yet another day, another opportunity to share those entrepreneurs, we guide our ideas, our thoughts, and need to inspire more businesses to thrive, grow, and scale. May you bless this masterclass, and may all who attend and participate get something to implement in their businesses.
Amen, amen. Thank you for that prayer. I would like us to start with introductions so that we know each other. I'll start by myself. My name's Gloria Ogutu Adeti. I'm the Chief Operations Officer here at Imuka Access, and I'm excited and honored to be doing this masterclass with all of you. Kindly let's introduce ourselves. You can share with us your full names, the business that you're involved in. Yeah, and maybe contacts. If you can throw your contacts on the comment section, we would appreciate it because we want to keep interacting with you even beyond this masterclass. So we are just going to follow the order on the chat box, starting with Judith. Kindly introduce yourself, then Shine, then Diana, then Rose, like that. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to have you here. We are very privileged to have you on this masterclass. My name is Judith Atima, and I'm the Sales and Marketing Officer here at Imuka Access. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you so much. We have Jimmy K has just joined us. Kindly introduce yourself, your names, and the business that you do. Would like to know you more.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Jimmy Kamot is my name. I'm an architecture designer, and I am a co-founder in a business called Fine Boat Limited. We do design and build. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I found this on the 5 a.m. club, so I thought I would benefit from it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. The 5 a.m. club members is a group that I belong to, and they're really doing great, amazing things over there. Shine, kindly introduce yourself. Shine, are you there? Maybe she's not hearing me, but she's also from the 5 a.m. club. We are happy to have you. Diana, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Diana Queen Aikoro, and I'm the Finance and Admin at Imuka Access. I'm happy to be part of this masterclass, hoping for the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. Next is Rose Caroline Kwasi. Kindly tell us more about yourself. If there's any business you're involved in, we would love to know so that we can know how to support you.
Good morning, members. I'm happy to be here. My name is Rose Caroline Nabkwas. I found the link on the MMS, UMI MMS class, so I had to join. I was happy to join. I take lead on a youth initiative in the coffee sector, and we are supporting what we call youth business units to establish climate smart strategies, and among those are nurseries. They do nurseries for business. So I thought and felt this would really be helpful for me to attend as a program lead. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We are so honored to have you, and thank you for the good job you're doing out there. We hope this will be insightful in progressing that work forward for the youth. Well done. Next, we have Roy, then Joy.
Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Roy Masiga, and I work as the lead at Imuka Access, and always happy to connect with entrepreneurs and learn how best they can grow and scale their businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. Joy, are you there?
Yes, please. Good morning, everyone. And my name is Damuya Sabra Joy, and the Business Development and Relations Officer at Imuka Access. I'm very excited for this masterclass because we are all looking, as entrepreneurs, we are all looking at actualizing our potential, and we can actualize our potential through growing and scaling our businesses in the right way. So I'm eager to learn, and I hope all of us be able to get so many insights that we can use to scale our businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The last one is Immaculate, and then we shall kick off. Maybe the rest will introduce themselves as we go along. Immaculate, kindly introduce yourself to us, your name and the business that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. I wasn't expecting this. Good morning to us all. This is Immaculate Akelo. I'm in Bale. I have a young business dealing in children's clothing. So basically, I'm here to see what's new, what I need to learn, so I can at least make my business grow bigger and better. Thank you for the initiative.
Thank you so much. We are happy to have all of you with us. So we'll just dive into the business of the day, and the ones who join us will keep sharing as we go along. So today we want to learn about how to grow and scale up our businesses. Those are actually two different things, and we are using this online masterclass. This is the first ever online masterclass for this year for Imuka Access. We will be rolling out many more, but this is the first one to kickstart us, and we thought it would be good to share the basics of how to grow and scale your business operations. So my screen that's moving, okay. So I wanted us to start with this image. I like to interact with people using different things, words, images, we all can relate to. So this is an image of a car, a taxi to be particular, a taxi. And I wanted us to look at this car in terms of our businesses. Let's consider the car is our business. So I'll be asking you different parts of this car, and you tell me what it means in the business sense of it. I hope we get it. So I'll give an example so that we catch the flow. For example, we have the headlights right in front there in white. Those headlights, we need headlights in a car to show us the way in front, for us to see where we are going. So in business, that means you need something well-defined that can guide yourself and your team on your journey where you're going. That means the vision of the company, the mission of the company, the objectives of the company, the core values that you stand for. All these help you to move together in one direction, and it's better when everyone understands the mission and works towards achieving it. So that is how we are going to break down this car, and it will help us to also understand our businesses. I hope I have laid that out very well so that we can also participate. So I want to go next to the tires. why do we need tires on a car? And then you can tell us in terms of business, what would that mean? Anyone, just feel free, put your hand up and tell us, why do we need tires on a car? I want this to be very interactive. Please feel free. Why do we need tires in a car? Hello? Are we there?
Gloria.
Yes, Immaculate.
In my understanding,
Yes.
we need tires because if you have tires, a car will move. It will get you from one point to another point. If you don't have them, you cannot move.
And
Thank
what
you.
happens if you keep driving and not changing your tires?
When they are worn off,
Yeah.
we all know that.
It will come to a standstill, right? To get a
Yes.
puncture or something. So what does that mean in business? What is that thing that keeps the business running and moving forward?
Is it the capital?
Yes,
I
it
don't
is
know.
capital. You're correct. It is the capital of the business. And once it has started moving, you need to keep putting back money into the business. You need to keep investing back in the business, investing back in the stock, investing back in your team. You keep putting back in the business. Otherwise, if you just keep running the business, you're spending all the money, you're not saving anything, you're not putting back anything, you will run the business to the ground and it will collapse. So we need capital and
I will be using the chat.
yes, please.
I will be using the chat.
That is fine. That is fine. Thank you so much. All right. Judith will be helping me with the chat in case I miss anything. So we are going next to the side mirrors, the side mirrors there. Why are those things important? Why do we have side mirrors in a car? Anyone raise their hand or just, why do we need the side mirrors on a car? I know most of us have driven or sat in a car. Why do we keep looking at that side mirror? This is really simple, basic. I want it to be very simple so that we can connect to the business elements. Why do we need the side mirrors, members?
Can I speak?
Is someone talking? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
I think side mirrors help us check the surroundings, our surroundings, like either on the left, on the right, just helps keep your lane.
You're almost there. You're almost there. I
Let
want you to
someone
be
add on.
exact. People add on, she has said surroundings, but I want the exact, what are you looking at when you look at that mirror? There is something that you're looking at.
There's some submissions of what maybe you can read.
On the chat, let me see, side mirrors help you to keep checking who else is on the road. That is right, Shine. Is Maya.
I think side mirrors also help us to determine whether it is safe for us to make a certain decision. For example, you want to turn on the left. Before you do that, you really want to make sure you are safe before you make the decision to proceed.
That is also true. But above all, I'm liking Shine and Maya's comments on the chat to see who else is on the road, especially the oncoming cars, the cars coming from behind. Maya, can you mute so that we don't get feedback? Kindly mute. Eugene, you can help me to mute him. Eugene, can you help me mute him? Hello, Maya. So the side mirrors help us to see oncoming cars. And in business, the oncoming cars are our competitors. Our competitors are the oncoming cars. Because when you're driving, there are people also driving, coming behind you. And if you're not aware about them behind there, they can bypass you, or you can accelerate and move forward and they don't pass you by. So those are our competitors in business. Eugene, are you able to mute Maya? Because I'm getting a lot of feedback. Maya, kindly mute your microphone. So you're able to see the oncoming competitors and do better, or know what to do so that they don't bypass you. Okay? So those are our competitors, and we should not be scared of competitors. You should actually be very close to your competitor so that you know what they are planning, what they are doing, so that you also counter. Otherwise, you'll be there thinking you're prospering and people have moved very far. I think you people see how MTN and Airtel behave. When MTN launches a new product, Airtel also launches something similar to what MTN has put out. So they are competing because they are all targeting the same market. So they are all competing. It's good to stay updated and aware of what your competitor is doing to help you improve on your own business decisions. Like Rose said, when you want to take that turn, you're able to check and know, what are they doing? Should I also go this direction, or I can change mine and do this? So it helps you in your decisions. Okay. Then we normally have a smaller mirror inside. This photo doesn't have it, but we normally have a smaller mirror inside, just right here in front of the driver. Yes, what is that mirror for? In a car and in business, what do we think that mirror is for? This mirror, which is inside here on top of the driver here. Anyone to share their thoughts? What is that small mirror up there for? Anyone? The small mirror inside the car. Are we there? Please feel free to share. There's no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer. We are learning. What is that small mirror for? Pamela says it helps to see oncoming traffic and how fast they're approaching. I think you meant the side mirrors. Now we want to know the one inside the car in front of the driver there. Is it called the rear view mirror? The rear view mirror. What is it for? The rear view mirror? Even the word itself is giving me away. Helps us to see the cars behind. That is the side mirror. Yes, Richard. It helps us to oversee internal operations. Richard, you have jumped ahead. So that rear view mirror helps you in the car to see what is happening inside or right behind the driver. He's able to just look there and know what's happening behind. And in business, it means you're able to oversee your internal operations, or these days we call it M&E. M&E and learning. These days they've added learning, because when you monitor what's happening inside there, you evaluate and you're able to pick your learnings, your lessons from it, and improve on your business. So you always have to be aware what is happening in the business. Am I making losses? Am I making profits? Am I just selling and breaking even? You need to know all these things. So you have to keep checking yourself, checking your books of accounts, checking all these things to ensure that your business is actually thriving. Okay. Yes. Then we want to know the difference. Like I said at the beginning, business growth is different from scaling. Growing a business and scaling a business, they are different. When a business is growing from the startup phase, it starts growing. That means its revenues, operations, capital you're putting in is directly proportionate to what you're getting out. If you put in a lot, you also realize a lot. If you reduce or you eat all your profits, it also goes down. Whatever you're putting this side is weighing on the other side. That if you're in that kind of scenario, you're growing, your business is just growing, you're making sales and just growing. But if you stop putting in anything, the sales also go down. But when you reach the point of scaling the business, this is where your operations or your revenues or your profits can grow higher, way higher than your costs, because you have found a way to reduce these costs or avoid them. So your business can really scale up a lot and not, go head to head with the costs. The costs are manageable. You've managed them, you know where the gaps are, you know what is taking out money from the business, you have closed all those holes and you've put systems in place. So the business is able to grow by itself with minimal costs on you. That is when we say you're scaling your business and it's going to grow way, way higher. So we are going to look at the 4 P's, the 4 P's of scaling a business. We want you to move from just growing a business. Many people are just growing a business day in, day out. They open the business, do the sales, close. Open tomorrow, do the sales, close. We want you to move away from that and start scaling up, in that you're doing way more, selling way more than your costs that you're putting in the business. So we are going to look at purpose, we are going to look at the people, we are going to look at your processes, and we are going to look at the planning. Those are the 4 P's that will help you to scale up your business. I'm going to start with the purpose. Do we have a purpose for our business? What we can call a goal for our business, or a vision for our business, or a mission for our business? Do we have that for our businesses? Or you just open a grocery shop because your neighbor has opened a grocery shop? You always have to have that purpose, that bigger goal that has motivated you to start this business. Because entrepreneurship sometimes is all about the passion that you have. It's not so much about who is doing what, but what do you love to do that people can benefit from. So you need to look at your purpose. If you scan around, most people start their visions or goals with I want to be the leading, to be a global enterprise, to be like it's on a larger scale. The goal is always very big. And if your goal is not so big to scare you, then it's not a goal. You need to set a very big vision, big goal, so that you always work towards it, so that it always motivates you and your team in your business operations. Even when things are not going very well, you keep looking at that goal and say, you know what? We need to achieve this. We need to become the leading distributors of soap or of juice or whatever you're doing. You're the one leading in that sector or in that market. So that purpose drives you and drives your team. We always advise people that when you're starting a business, don't look so much on profits, because when you look so much on profits, you will get discouraged even in the first year, because you'll not even realize profits. You'll just be breaking even. You'll be growing. You'll be in the growth stage. You'll be breaking even, and you're there stressed, saying, why am I not making profits? Why am I not doing this? But rather, look at creating customers, creating that relationship with customers, because you're starting a business to solve a gap in the community or in the society, a gap that those people are facing, which now you're addressing. So focus there, perfect that bit of what you're doing so that the customers come to you. And once you have mastered that, the money will naturally flow, the profits will naturally flow. So you have to really think about your customers and see how you satisfy their needs so that you stay in business. When you're able to do that, trust you me, the money will come in, your business will grow, you'll be able to scale because your customers will be satisfied with what you're providing, because your focus is on that customer, is on that person. So the purpose is very, very important, and let's keep in mind that the customer is king. We used to have that old saying that customer is king. They were actually right. This is what they were meaning, that you focus on that customer and serving that customer, and then these other things will just naturally flow along. Please, if you have any question, feel free to drop in the chat or raise your hand, and I can always stop and attend to you. The other thing, the other P, we've looked at purpose, the other P is the people. And in people, I've broken it into two. The internal ones, which is your team, and then the external people, which are your clients. These are all people you need to have in mind. God created us very different, very unique, very talented and gifted in different ways. There is no one person who has all the skills by themselves. Others would not need each other. But by human nature, we need each other. Even in business, it is not advisable to work alone. It is because of that businesses in Uganda close very fast. They open very fast because it's that person's idea and passion, but because they are working all alone, they close very fast because everything that is affecting them is directly affecting their business. They do not have a team. They don't have any support staff. They do not have anyone working with them. So always have your team. And on the 5 a.m. club, a certain gentleman, he's a business coach, challenged us one time and asked us this question. He told us, as a business leader, you're the one leading in your business. You attract who you are. You attract who you are, not who you want to be. Don't say, I want to be a rich business mogul. No. Who are you right now? How can you describe yourself? Are you hardworking? Are you dedicated? Do you have integrity? Are you an open-minded thinker? Are you innovative? Are you agile? Are you flexible? That is the kind of team that you will attract. You will always attract people who mirror you. So always maintain the highest standards so that you attract the right people. And when you are hiring these people, look at people who understand the company values and will respect those values and go by them. Look at people who have the skills that you need. Like I've said, not one person has all the skills necessary. You might be very good in production of your product, but you need someone in marketing. Maybe you're not an extrovert, you're very introverted, and you need someone to help you with the marketing, to make the noise, to make people know, oh, there's this product, it's very nice, it has this and this, and always attending all the exhibitions and trade fairs and making the world know that your product exists. Or maybe you have your business and you're struggling with finances and you just need that person with that skill, the one who can manage your books of accounts. you hire that person to join your team. So always have team members who complement each other and build the business. But above all, good attitude. Members, good attitude is key. You can have the best staff, the best team, but if they have a bad attitude, you will lose clients. You will lose clients on the go. We have all ever heard of stories or worked in an organization and you have had, a good reputation about this organization, but once you get to the reception, the person at the reception is very rude or they're not open to you, they're just brushing you off. That bad attitude can just change your perception about the whole organization. So do not ignore attitude in your team because it can make or break your business. Ensure that your team has good attitude, they are friendly, they are approachable, they are kind to the clients, they strive to attend to your clients. Good attitude is very key. The other thing for your team is that you need to develop them. You need to develop them, you need to train them. Don't keep people in the same place. They joined you a certain way and they're still like that. They have not evolved, they've not grown, they've not learned anything new. They are just at the same level they were. Always strive to nurture their talents, nurture their gifts, because when you do that, it will feed right back into your business. For example, if a member of your team loves to write, it's just a hobby, they like to do it, they are good writers. If you nurture that skill, this is the person who can be writing articles for you, for your website. They can be writing for you your blog or your newsletter or your annual reports, whatever, because you have nurtured that bit of them. Or if you have someone who is extroverted, is very friendly, is open with people, you can nurture that, and these are the people who be the MCs at your events and make people feel really part of the business. So let's not ignore staff development. If you can organize team building activities, maybe at the end of the year or even mid-year, do something small within your environment that will bring people together, make people laugh, make people share. It opens them up and you know how to tap into their gifts to help them grow so that they can feed back into the company and help the company to also grow. The other thing is the organizational culture. These days, this is a very, very big deal, the culture. Some organizations have staff just dedicated to creating an organizational culture. This is what sells you or sets you apart from the rest. What experience do you give me when I come to your workplace, when I come to your business? How is the mood there? How is the vibe? How do people relate? How are they? How is the communication? Do you encourage open communication for your team members? Are people open to share their ideas, to share things? Do you encourage collaboration between? Sorry about that. Let me just get back on the slide. So we're talking about your people, how you can motivate them to feed back into the what? Into the work. Once you recognize people, I always see this when I go to KFC. Those who have been to KFC, just pay attention to they have a board on the side where they recognize the teams. I think on a weekly basis, if I'm not wrong, they have 4 to 5 people that they recognize: the team leader, most hardworking, smartest, what. They have all these varieties that they recognize. And that builds a culture. Everyone will want to be recognized. Everyone will strive to be the best timekeeper so that they are noticed on the wall of fame. Or even when you go to schools, some schools have that board where they recognize the smartest students, the most hardworking, best performers. All these things are just the same things that you need to do in business. Always recognize your staff members, especially the ones who are putting in the work. Always recognize them. Then we have agility. We are in a very dynamic market. This century, this millennial, they call it the glass economy, because people are on phones, people are on computers, people are on, everything is just so accessible. It's a glass economy. You can see through everything and know anything. So it's very dynamic, ever changing. Things are always changing. So always be ready to learn. Always be ready to learn. Even what I might be teaching you here might be irrelevant in 1 year's time. So if you don't learn and you stick to what you've been taught, you might become obsolete. People will move on and you don't know, and you're still doing the same thing. So always be agile, adopt to new things, always have that openness to learn and improve yourself. I congratulate all of you who have joined, because it shows that you want to learn and do better. You're already doing good where you are, but you want to do better. That is the attitude. So always maintain that learning mindset, that whatever opportunity comes that can help you to be better, you grab it and you take that information and you use it to make your business better. And also you encourage, like I said, your team to share their ideas. From their ideas, you can experiment with different things, but cautiously. Don't experiment with everything. Some ideas are really far-fetched, so you can take some calculated risks basing on the ideas they've brought on board. But if you're the kind of boss who just gives orders, do this, do that, you're not actually utilizing your team to its full potential. You might have a very young worker and they know how to run these social media platforms very well. And that might just be the magic that you need to improve your sales. But because you're old-fashioned and you're used to the old way of selling, you think they have to sit in the shop the whole day. And yet you could equip them and they have a phone. These days we have WhatsApp for business. They create a profile on that WhatsApp number. They're posting pictures every day. People are sending orders online and you are selling online. That is how agile these things have changed. Things are online now, vis-a-vis how they were, where you have to have a physical shop, you have to have all these things. Immaculate, you can sell your dresses from the comfort of your home. You might not even need a shop. You just have your smartphone, or you have your team member who is very good with digital, and they take nice photos of those children's clothes and they post them, and you will get orders and you will be making money online. So that is how agile and changing the markets are these days. So always be ready to learn and adapt and do the things that are moving right now. The other kind of people we need to consider are our clients. Remember when I started, I told you, when you're starting a business, don't look at the profits. You will get stressed, you'll get depressed, because you'll say, I'm not making money, I'm not earning anything. But look at the client, look at the customer you're serving, understand them very well and see how to serve them over and above what they're expecting. Because when you do that, you create that customer loyalty, you create that trust, you create that relationship. I have had very many men say, for me, when my car breaks down, I have my mechanic. I will not take the car to any other person. I have my mechanic. And they will always call that same mechanic. It's because this mechanic has given them a good experience. They've created that relationship. They trust this person. They know he will do the best for them. And that is where the magic is. You need to focus on the customer so they have that loyalty to you. Because vis-a-vis someone who is focused on just selling, they are on to the next client, and you who is focused on pleasing these few clients that you have and giving them a very good experience that they keep coming back. It's a repeat business. They keep coming back all the time. It is you that they refer to their friends. It is you that they refer to their workmates. Over time, you're building, you're scaling and at a faster rate than this one who is just selling next, and not creating any relations. Yours is more sustainable and long-term, and your profits will be more assured once you focus on the customer. So be customer-centric. Do not look at profit so much. Once you make this customer happy, believe me, the profits will come. The profits will come because they will pay without even negotiating. They will pay because they know you're going to do the best job for them. This other experiences with cafe javas, with cafe javas, when you walk into cafe javas, vis-a-vis walking to our normal kafundas here of food, you walk into your normal kafunda, you sit, wait for the lady to come, she asks you what you're going to eat, tell her, she brings the food, you eat, you pay, you go. That is it. For them, they are on to the next customer. How many papas, how many plates have you sold? That is what they count. How many plates did you sell today? They do not look at the experience. And that is what Cafe Javas looks at. The experience they are giving you from the time you hear about Cafe Javas. So the time you enter that restaurant, there is someone at the door to welcome you. You're welcome, madam. You're welcome, sir. Where would you like to sit? They take you to your seat. You've just sat like this. They're wiping the table. They're giving you the menu. You feel like a king. You feel like, hey, these people really care about me. They even recommend, the best dishes. If it's breakfast, they tell you this is our best combo, breakfast combo. This is this is this. You order your food, you eat your food. When you're leaving, thank you so much for coming. Please come again. You see that experience, you will stay remembering, and every time you get money and you want to, enjoy yourself, you will always go back to Cafe Javas because of the experience that they give to their clients. I think we remember that time when we had that saga of the rat, the rat that supposedly they said had fallen into the juice or smoothie. And you could see the number of people that came to oppose and defend the Cafe Javas brand. They said, no, it cannot be. If it was another restaurant, maybe, but not Cafe Javas. You cannot find a rat in Cafe Javas smoothie. That shows you that they have built this loyalty. The customers are so loyal. The relationship is so firm that you can't just shake them because you're saying a rat was, everyone will stop coming to Javas. No. They were really defending. I think by the time the owners came out to speak, people had defended, and that is what you need. That is what you need to make your business scale. You need to have those people who will speak about your business in their circles, wherever they are. They tell you, they hear someone talking about, I want juice for my function. They say, hey, please use this person. This person, they will deliver, they will do this, hygienic, this. They promote you without even you speaking. That is what you need. That is why it's important to focus on the experience that you give your customers vis-a-vis just looking onto the next. No. Then also from these same customers, always endeavor to gather feedback. Gather feedback. Do not be these people who don't want to be to be criticized. They just want to be told, yes, your product is nice, your juice is nice, your shoes are very good. No, I always encourage negative criticism. Negative criticism might pinch a bit, but it is helping you to know where your gaps are, to know where you need to improve, to know what you need to address so that this client comes back, so that they do not go away because you didn't fix what they complained about. So always be ready to get feedback from the clients. Ask them how was it? How was the experience? Did you like the food? Did you like the juice? Did you like the yogurt? Can I bring more? Are you having a bigger family? Maybe I can bring for you a bigger package, maybe in liters instead of cups. Find out things about them that will help you make those business decisions from an informed point of view, because it's coming from them and you're serving them. So the reviews are very good. The surveys, if you can do, they are very nice. If you have your visitors book, pay attention to that comment section. See what people are telling you about your business, and don't just want positive comments only. They are good, but they will not help you as much as the negative comments will help you. So take the negative comments in stride, take them as learnings for you to improve and do better. Then also for your clients, your branding needs to be very unique, very unique. That is your selling point. Your brand should speak for itself before you even open your mouth. It should be consistent. Maintain the same. Please invest in a good logo. Don't just make any. Invest in a very good logo and maintain that one so that it sticks in the person's mind when they keep seeing the same logo all the time, same logo all the time. The other day, one of our coaches was advising us in terms of digital marketing. She said, keep posting the same thing. We were even shocked because we thought maybe we are boring people by posting the same thing over and over again. Today you're talking about scaling, tomorrow scaling, next week scaling, the other day scaling. But if that is what Imuka does, if that is the support it gives to its customers, it needs to sing that song until every time you hear of business scaling, business growth, the only person you're thinking is Imuka, no one else. If you have to just keep on with that repetitive thing so that it sticks in the person's mind, and you have to be distinct. You have to observe your colors. What are your colors? Don't just change and use colors anyhow. You have to have your brand colors. There is a color scheme, and you have to know where you fall, so that even if you give someone to design for you, maybe an Easter egg card, you want an artist, someone to design for you, they know the colors that they should stay within, so that when they give you your artwork, it's not like it's a totally new business, people have never seen it. No, it's something that when people see it like this, they know this is the brand, this is it. Also, your typography. These are small things, but these are things that people are doing to win us and even grow their businesses at a very fast rate and scale up very fast. Your typo, that is the fonts of your words. I'll use this one. MTN. They use the same fonts everywhere. Everywhere you see this MTN anything, it is these fonts, they do not change. And it is yellow and blue. Those are their colors. So you will not find MTN in black, green, which other colors? No. They maintain their brand colors, they maintain their typo or their font, and they maintain their color scheme. Also, still on branding and being consistent. Someone was making a joke the other day that why is Coca-Cola still advertising? Why is Colgate still advertising, putting in a lot of money to make this very, big adverts, and they're acting out things and showing you how your teeth are going to fall off and all these things. And they're like, we already know them. We know the Colgate. If we want to buy toothpaste, it will be that one. Well, if we want to drink it, will be Coca-Cola. Why are they struggling still to this day, advertising the same soda you took when you were small, the same one? They are still advertising it to this day. It's just because of that, of the branding. You need it to stick in people's minds. Keep repeating it, repeat it until it sticks there. That is what branding is all about. So don't get tired of branding your products, talking about them any chance you get, whether it's an exhibition, a conference, wherever. Talk about your product until people get to know, hey, there's someone selling soya beans somewhere. There is someone selling milk powder, or whatever it is that you do. You keep branding and talking about it until it sticks to your clients. The other P, the third P, is the process. Your process. When you're scaling, you really need to streamline your processes. What are those things? What is the standard process when I walk into your business? How are things done in your shop? How are things done in your boutique? What are those processes that you go through? If it's a service, maybe you're providing a service. What is the process? Do I need to see you all the time that I want a service from you? I've seen one of my coaches, Coach Allen is here, and very many others. They provide services. But does that mean that all of us have to keep calling Coach Allen, Coach Allen, Coach Allen? No, we will overwhelm her. She needs to have a process in place which moves you from one point to another. By the time you reach her, really it's the final work. It's the final work. She's not dealing with all these nitty-gritty, small tasks that can be done by other people. A good example is a hospital. When you go to the hospital, they have a process. You reach the receptionist will take your information, age, gender, name, where are you from, do you have any side effects, which mode of payment are you going to use? They collect all that information from the front desk. Then they tell you, do you want to see a general doctor? Do you want to see a gynecologist? Do you want to see a dentist? Who do you want to see? You tell them. Then they refer you to the doctor. You go see the doctor, get your prescription, everything. The doctor sends you to the pharmacy. You go to the pharmacy, pick your medication. The pharmacy sends you to the accountant. You go there, make your payment, and then you can leave the hospital. That is their process. So it makes the doctor not have a lot of work. He doesn't have to know how much did this cost, what was your temperature, what the person from the front desk will just bring for him an already check-up that they did prior to you reaching them, and he'll be able to know all these things. So let's get used to automating those tasks that are repetitive in nature in our businesses. Look at your business. We are all different businesses. There's no one size fits all, but look at your business and see what are those repetitive tasks that I can automate, or that I can have a document that captures everything so that someone feels that, and then we go to the next step. We don't spend a lot of time doing this. Imagine if you went to the bank and there were no those short forms that we fill. And every time you have to go to the teller, they ask you your name, they fill. They ask you account number, they fill. Do you want to deposit or withdraw? They fill. How much money? They fill. All that time, they will not be able to serve as many customers as they normally do. But because they have that document that captures all that, by the time you reach the counter, the teller, she's just inputting and withdrawing or depositing or whatever you have put on that, and it's much faster, and they're able to serve more people. So the issue is automating those repetitive tasks so that they do not eat up your time. And that brings me to the next point. When you streamline or automate those small repetitive tasks down here, when you automate them, it enables you to focus on higher value activities. You're able to sit and focus on bigger things. You're not stressed out with very small issues, or the printer, the what, small everyday issues. You should have a team to handle that, so that for you focus on higher value activities. Maybe you need to write a proposal. You need a quiet place. You need to sit and think and write this proposal, which will fetch a very big amount, which will even cover these smaller issues that you're having. So do you have time? Do you have time to focus on those higher value activities, or you're so much involved in these smaller repetitive tasks that by the end of the day you have not done something substantive to help your business to grow and scale? You need to ask yourself that. If we look at the example of Safe Border, they have streamlined their operations, they have automated their processes. You get the app, you get the borderman, you know where you're going, it charges, you pay, done. They are not getting themselves involved in that. Others, they'll be stressing, counting, how many trips did we make today? Where did they go? How far? Is it outside Kampala or within Kampala? How much did they pay? Did we get our commission? They'll be there busy calculating all those things and wasting a lot of time. But because they have automated all this, they're able to focus on bigger things. They're now bringing safe car. They have innovated safe car. They are now bringing safe wallet. They are doing the money thing, the safe wallet. They're able to focus on higher value activities, which are going to boost the business and make the business scale. So we all need to move away from the repetitive tasks and focus on the higher value activities. Do I have any questions on the chats? I feel I have talked for so long. Do I have any questions? Okay, just some introductions. Thank you so much for sharing your information with us. We'll surely keep in touch with you because we'll be running these master classes, more of them on marketing, branding, business, everything that you will actually be the ones to tell us what you want the next master class to be about, and then we'll talk about that, or we'll get an expert to talk about it. So we are here for learning. Okay, so the next one under processes is communications. Remember where we started? Customer-centric, satisfying that customer. In this era, we have digital media. Please use it. Use it to your advantage. It will make your processes so smooth, so seamless. You will not have a lot of stress. So get your digital media. There is WhatsApp for business. There is LinkedIn. There is Twitter. There is all these platforms that you can use. You might not have to be on all of them. You might just observe your customer and know which platforms are they in. When you're using digital media, it even gives you analytics. It gives you data so that you're able to know, the people who visit my page are mostly female. The most of them are female, around the age of 30 to 35. What else do they watch? You see, the other people they watch, those are your competitors. Remember, we talked about the competitors in the car analogy. Those are your competitors. So you get to know, what are they doing that I can also, add on mine so that I do not lose these clients. Maybe your competitors are doing door-to-door deliveries and for you, you're not. Then you make the decision to add that also into your service so that you retain these customers and they keep coming back. So these data analytics help us to plan and make, better decisions for our businesses. So let's use digital media. Trust you me, people are doing businesses on the digital media and doing it successfully. So let's not be shy to embrace the digital media in our businesses. So we go to the last P. The last P is the planning. The planning. You need to have a plan for your business. Like I said, you know your vision, you know your mission, you know your goal, you have objectives, you have core values that you stand for, all those things. And you need documents, business documents to guide you and your team on where to go. Some of these documents that offer guidance in the processes are things like business plans, business models, financial plans. You need to have all this documentation. And at Imuka Access, we really support businesses to develop these documents and understand them. There's someone developing for you, but you do not understand your financial plan. You just got an auditor and they did their mathematics and submitted something which you cannot even explain. You cannot defend in front of investors. When they ask you questions, you're fidgeting. So we endeavor to make sure that you understand your business documents, that we do them with you so that you understand your business plan, you understand your business model, you have this idea. How do you take it to the next step? Which steps do you go through to, design this thing to become a reality? We do financial plans. We are currently running a program of accounting and financial management systems where we are supporting entrepreneurs to streamline their financial systems. It's very important, and we are supporting them and their teams so that it's a whole team effort. Your team should be able to understand the financials of the business, or you and your core accounting team members should be able to understand that. So these are documents that you need. You need them to be clear, smart goals to keep people on track. Don't just write vague statements. Make sure they are smart, they are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable. Be real with yourself. Do not, shoot very high and then you get so discouraged when things don't work. Be realistic with the kind of business that you have. What are the timelines you're setting for yourself? Are you doing these activities for a year? Is it a year timeline? Is it quarterly? Is it 5 years? Some organizations, big businesses have 5-year, goals. What is it? Tailor it to your own. It can even be monthly, no problem. You can have monthly goals that this month I want to reach 5 clients in Gayaza. I want to reach 10 in Weyogere. I want to go to Ginger. I want to get at least 10 clients from Ginger next month. It can be broken down like that. Also, understand your client. Remember what we talked about. Everything rotates around the customer. Customer is king. Understand your client. What is their persona? Their general self. Are they female? Are they male? Which age group are they in? What do they like? Which platforms do they like? Are they so much on Instagram? Then what are you doing on Facebook? Are they so much on Twitter? Then what are you doing on LinkedIn? Or they are very serious business people who are actually on LinkedIn. Then you need to be more on LinkedIn, or put all your efforts on that platform. So it helps you to make your decisions once you understand this client very well and you're able to process everything for them, package for them. I always like to share an example of pineapple juice. Yeah, we all know pineapple juice. I hope I'm not missing any questions on the chat group. Okay, someone just alert. Sorry?
We do have some questions.
Yes, please.
And we had encouraged people to send in their questions, and these will be addressed at the end of the session.
Okay. So as I was saying, I like giving an example of pineapple juice, so what we call munanasi. We all know munanasi. Look at that product of munanasi. Now we are going to understand the client persona. 2 different clients. Don't say that everyone uses soap, everyone uses lotion, everyone drinks juice. No, we are different people and we have different wants and needs and preferences and such. So that is why you need to understand your customer. So let's assume you have your Nanasi and your target client is a low-end client. You have low-end, middle, and high-end. So let's assume you're targeting low-end clients. This person is probably a laborer who carries weights on his shoulders down at a window market. They're tired, they're thirsty, they just want nanasi to quench their thirst and move on with their work. So they are not looking at very many things. You can just put that juice in the Kavera with a straw. He is okay with it. He is not complaining. He's fine with it. That does not cost a lot. It can be like 500 shillings. He will pay gladly and take his juice and go. But this same juice will not work for a CEO seated somewhere in an office because he's a high-end client. He will not take a juice you brought to him in a Kavera with a straw. No, there are things he looks out for at his level. He wants to know the manufacturing date. He wants to know the expiry date. He wants to know the ingredients which are in this juice. He wants to know the preservatives you use. Maybe he's allergic to something. He wants to know what's the brand name, which company is making this. We do know brand name and company name are different. I hope we have those differences. Maybe we'll discuss that another time under marketing. But that same product that works for this client will not work for this high-end client. And vis-a-vis, for the high-end client, you pack in a Tetra Pak, very nice branding, colors, all that information, the expiry date, ingredients, all of them there. You sell it to him at like 3,000 or 4,000 and he will buy. He will not even bargain, he will buy it. But take that same Tetra Pak down to this man at Owino market. He will even wonder what is wrong with you. He will wonder what is wrong with you. Why are you bringing something of 3,000 to sell to him? It does not work for him. So understanding your client persona is very good because it helps you in your branding, helps in your packaging, helps in your location. Where are you located? Are you in the supermarket? Are you targeting high-end class or middle income class? Maybe you need to be in the supermarket. If you're targeting low end, maybe you need to just be at the roadside. They're passing there every day, they will stop and buy, no problem. It will guide you on so many decisions that you need to make in business. But also, like I said, understanding the market trends, the ever-changing market trends also helps us in planning. Do not be rigid with your plans. If you've made the business plan and you find Corona has happened and things have changed, make another one, adjust, change, adapt, and make another one. Do not stick to the same thing. Yet people are changing and moving ahead. Like during Corona, the people who are doing textiles, you would either choose to remain doing clothes or turn and start making masks and make a lot of money. So it's up to you to change according to the market trends. Then the other thing is financial performance. Always monitor, review your finances. That is why for us at Imuka, it's important for you to understand your finances, understand them so that you know where are the growth opportunities, where is the most money coming from. Maybe you have a range of products that you sell. Maybe you have a cosmetic line. You have lotions, you have body butters, you have Vaselines, you have all these things. But it's the lotions that are selling more. Then why don't you focus more there and make more of that and sell more of that than trying to diversify and stretch yourself out for nothing? It helps you to also know your areas of improvement. Maybe you're working on a loss. You know, some people don't know that they're working on a loss. They're there selling day in, day out, but they're not balancing their financial books, and thus they're not recognizing that they're working at a loss, which is very dangerous. So you need to understand your finances so that you can able to make informed decisions. So these are some of the books that we have here at Imuka Access. We have Business Planning Simplified for your business. We have Business Modeling because we want you to understand your idea and bring it out very well for that client that you're targeting. We have a pitch book that will help you, make your pitch deck in case you're interested in getting investors or getting this support from angel investors or banks or anything. You need an investment ready pitch deck. So we are going to do simplified templates from these books, which we shall be sharing with you guys so that you can use them even to do it yourself, self-help, and you fill in these blanks and you're able to know what your business plan looks like, what your pitch looks like. All these things we shall be sharing with you very soon, but also the books are on sale. Feel free to contact us after the session to do that. So you might be there thinking, wondering, why should I scale? Why is it very important to scale my business? Can I just remain in my comfort zone? I'm making money, I'm selling, everything is fine. These are the reasons why you should scale your business, why you should not be comfortable in just a growth stage. You should aim to scale your business operations. It is for sustainability and long-term profitability. Sustainability is something that will outlive you. Something that will outlive you. Will your business outlive you? You need to ask yourself, will it outlive you? Or if you fall sick tomorrow, the business is sick. If you're going for a wedding tomorrow, the business has also closed. Anything that affects you is directly affecting that business. But when you have scaled, you have systems in place, you have all this in place. It runs even with or without event at Golden Tulip, and I had can you people hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Yes, so I was saying over the weekend we're attending an event, and there's this videographer that I normally work with. I have a passion for events planning, so I'm always working with people in the event space. So I have this videographer. It's called Twine Shots that I normally work with at my events. So I found them at Golden Tulip recording a conference, a small conference. And yet during the week I had been chatting with the founder, the owner of Twine Shots, and he had been telling me he's in China, he's doing this, he's doing that. He was not even in the country, but only for me to find them at an event recording with the whole team dressed smart, doing their business as if there's nothing wrong. It's like the person is not even there. That is where you need to reach, where your business can run without you. With or without you, it will still run. You will still get, gigs. You will still go and make presentations. You will still get bookings. You will still be wherever you need to be, even if it's not you directly making those bookings. So I was really impressed, because I was like, hey, how are you people even here? And your boss is out and this and this. But he explained it to me, and it is about scaling. He has the processes in place, has the systems in place. When you go there, you book, there is a process. They book you in, they give you a team. They can have 4 teams covering events on the same day. That is scaling. That is what we call scaling. So you want to be able to reach that place where the business can be sustainable, can be, outlive you and run and grow even way above what you could think. We know about Madvani. Madvani is now in its 4th generation down from the people who started it. It's now in its 4th generation down. It's because of scaling. It's because they scaled. So it's able to outlive them and continue working, continue making profits, and continue thriving. That is the beauty of scaling, ladies and gentlemen. We also have economic downtowns, like I mentioned, the corona and all these things. If you're scaled, it's easier for you than if you're on a growth stage or startup stage. You can close easily, depending on what is happening in the market, in the economy. Things can affect you and you close. But when you've scaled up, is you have the systems in place, the people, the teams, all these things. You have your customers who are loyal to you. It will be very hard to shut you down. Then also scaling helps you to adapt to new markets. Let's say you have conquered the Ugandan market and you want to venture in Kenya. Yeah, that is scaling. You want to venture in Kenya, you want to try out, maybe tech is happening there and tech is very fast there. You want to take your app or whatever product you have made across the border. Or it's South Sudan, or it's Rwanda. We have the East Africa, East Eco market right now. So don't look at Uganda only. Look across the borders and see, where else can I go? Where else can I go? So that you don't limit your revenue streams. You get to have revenue streams from different places. We have a gentleman who is processing smoked fish, and he supplies to South Sudan, doesn't even sell to Uganda. His market is South Sudan. So that thinking is very different. He's not looking at, now which market here in Uganda. He's taking it directly. So let's open up our minds to, we're in a global market. Do not limit yourself to your surrounding, to what you're used to here. Look outside. People outside might be there and they need your services. They need your coaching. They need your classes. They need your whatever business you're doing. And maybe you're limiting yourself by just looking at your current state or your current market. So when you scale, you're able to reach those bigger markets. You're able to remain competitive in your industry. you're able to have capacity, like I was telling you about Twin Shots. They have capacity to do 4 events in one day by themselves. That is big capacity. You cannot outcompete someone like that because they have the capacity, and you're able to improve your operational efficiency. So last but not least, this is the last, second last. Yes, who can finance your business? That is a big question that we are always asked. Who is going to help me to scale up? You're telling me to scale up. Who is going to help me? We have 3 people that every entrepreneur needs in their lives. You need a coach. You need a coach to work with you day by day, sharing with you daily tips, what to do here, what to do there, daily. And you need a mentor. For a coach, I can use the example of football. Footballers know how to kick the ball and do all these things, but they have a coach. They have a coach who will summon all of them up at second half and tell them, now you're going to position yourself here, you're going to kick like this, you take after this one, you like that. They give them the tips to do the thing by themselves very well. But if they didn't have that guidance, probably all of them would just be running around and there is no coordination and they're not winning. So you need a coach to give you those daily tips on what will work. Then you need a mentor. At Imuka Access, we have mentors. Kindly, you will check out our platform down there, www.imuka.co. We have mentors in all the spaces you can think of in terms of business. Whether it's marketing, we have experts in marketing. We have people who can write with you business proposals. We have people who can support you in the financial planning, or accountants. Maybe you're having issues with your accounts. Different challenges that you meet in business. We have mentors who can support your business journey. The other person you need is a sponsor, or for us, we call them investors. You need an investor for your business. So under investment, you can do bootstrap, is where you just use your own funds or the revenue from the business. You use that to continue to scale and scale. But that one is possible, but it's a bit slow because you have to go according to how the business is growing. But you can get angel investors, you can get venture capitalists. These are people who have money and are willing to invest big into a business that if they buy your vision, they buy your mission, they see where the business is trying to go and they align with it, they're able to put in money as debt or equity, or they get a stake in your company, or it's a grant. Maybe it's a grant and you're lucky and you get that. So that will propel you faster than using your own funds. These days in the digital era, we have crowdfunding. This is mostly for charitable things or NGOs. Watoto is running an Easter crowdfunding for the inmates in prison, and people send little money which compile and make a bigger thing which can deliver something bigger. So you can do crowdfunding where people who believe in the same cause, like I said, maybe it's NGO related, so it's something that is impacting the community or the youth or the girls, or maybe keeping girls in school. You want people to donate pads, all these things, and people buy into that value and they're able to send in their contributions, and you do crowdfunding and you're able to deliver in a larger scale. Or you can get bank loans. We can guide you also on that. If you're interested in the bank loans, don't just get any interest that they give you. You have the power to negotiate the interest for your business. We also have strategic partnerships and collaborations. When you have mentors, you have sponsors, you have a coach. These are people who have networks, they have connections. They can help you to partner with someone who will take you far. Maybe they have, networks in Rwanda or networks in Kenya that you need to tap into. That is where they can help you. It doesn't need to be money all the time. Maybe you just need networks to enter a new market. Maybe you need guidance to venture into a new product, to expand your product line. It can be anything that helps your business to scale up. So for all this, please visit our platforms, www.imuka.co, sign up, and you'll be supported to scale your business. As I wrap up, this is the last slide. I would like to share something from the business mogul, Vusi Tembenkwaye. When he came to Kampala for his masterclass, I attended on behalf of Imuka Access, and I asked him this same question, because this is something that we face on a daily. We struggle with entrepreneurs because we have the ownership syndrome. Because I started the business, I want to be in charge of everything, every decision, every what. It is me. And that limits the growth of the company. But we want you to grow your company and scale. And that can only happen if you let go of the business, release it so that it has systems, it has processes, it can grow, it can work, whether you're there, whether you're not there. That is a big challenge that we face. So Vusi shared these levels of entrepreneurship. So I wanted to share with you so that you can see where you fall and you see where you need to go, where you need to reach, so that you reach the level of scaling. Because not every business can just scale. You need to know the level you're at so that you know how fast you can scale. The first level is the influencer. You will know influencers these days. There are so many. They are on social media. The business solely depends on them. It is them, it's their face, it's their voice, it's them that people are buying into. We have many, we have Uncle Mo, we have Flavia Tubusime. These are people who are given business because of them. It is them as the person. They are the business. You get? So there, it's very hard to scale unless if someone sets up systems that allows them to focus on that passion of theirs and leave these other bookings, marketing, sales, what, they have a team to do that. And for them, they just focus on the final product or the final work. We have self-employed. From influencer, the second one is self-employed. This is where most of our entrepreneurs fall actually. When they maybe leave for more employment or they've just started their businesses, they are self-employed and they hire people to work for them. But these people directly report back to them. So in that way, you're giving yourself more work because everyone is reporting to you. You have to be answerable to everything. You have to solve every issue, every problem, because you're the one they're reporting to. They will not go anywhere else. You're there trying to focus on a proposal, trying to write something serious, and someone is coming to tell you that the printer has broken down. We need to fix the printer. Everything is rotating around you. Actually don't get to focus because you're busy solving everyone's problem. And sometimes it can be very tiresome. You end up paying yourself last. You end up thinking about yourself last. You're so overwhelmed, so outstretched, but it's because you're still at the self-employed stage. The business is still dependent on you. Even those people you've hired, they're dependent on you. Your word is final. They come to you with all the problems, it is you to solve. Whatever you tell them, that's what they will do. Then we have the business owner. This one has at least some time to focus on the higher value activities simply because they have put managers to manage those day-to-day activities, those, automated ones, those ones we can automate, those ones we can, do away with, so that these managers can now supervise the staff, and then they only report to you the essential things. These other things they are well capable of handling without coming to you. So you get time to think and focus on that 20% that will actually bring in a lot of money for your business. Where we should all be focusing to reach is the founder stage. What is said, in the founder stage, you have systems, you have policies in place. Everyone knows how things should run, whether you're there or not. The business is running, it's offering the customer the same experience, it's offering them the same quality. We can see Cafe Java whatever branch you go to, it is the same experience, it is the same quality of food, it's the same service. You're able to reach that stage, you're at the founder stage, and that is the desirable stage. So he even challenged us that when you're at that stage, as the business owner, you might need to step down and become an employee in your business. Yes, because most of the founders are very technical people, very passionate about the technicalities of the business. You might not be good in the professional side of things. You don't know how to manage systems, you don't know how to set policies in place. These things disturb you, and things are not in order. You might need to hire a manager, a managing director, a CEO, and you put them there to do that. And for you, you focus on where your passion is, and you become an employee in your company. It does not stop the company from being yours. You've just delegated what is not your strength to someone who can do that, and the business can continue running sustainably and profitably. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. I thank you so much for listening. We are going to go into the chat section and answer some of your questions. I encourage my team from Imuka Access to help me out so that we do not leave any question out, and we're able to answer any concerns on the chat section. Judith or Joy, can you help to take us through the questions?
All right, thank you so much, Gloria, for the session. We greatly appreciate it. It has been informative and insightful. And on my side, the key take home is that scaling up businesses requires a growth mindset, strategic planning, and focusing on value creation. So I encourage your participants who have attended that, let this be a session that has made you look back and try to see that you are able to stay true to yourself as an entrepreneur, and let it be able to blossom your thinking capacity as an entrepreneur who wants to see their business not just create profits, but have sustainability in the long run. We shall start with our questions, and the first question is from Rose Caroline Nabukwasi. And she asked that, at what point should a business person start worrying about profits after they have done whatever they need to do to put profits to do, but profits seem not to be coming through? Gloria, would you like to answer that?
Is Roy around? I would want to spread this out so that it's not me only speaking. We are talking of systems, so I want the Imuka team to come on board, and we tackle this together. Roy, can you answer that question? At what point should she get concerned that she's not making profits in the business, even when she has put in everything that is necessary?
Typically, when a business starts, your objective is to prove customers can pay and are willing to pay for your product or service, and build their customer base. So as you build the customers who are buying your product or service, then that will give you an idea if the business can sustain it. So one is focus on building customer base. Also look at the pricing. Are you charging or pricing below your cost or higher than your cost? So first, evaluate your price point to ensure that whatever service you are charging, at least you are making as a margin. Then focus on increasing the number of customers that you are serving, and that should be able to allow you to generate profit. So at what point should you get concerned? At the point where you have explored your marketing strategies to recruit customers to buy your product, and you give it time. Typically, at least a year should be adequate enough for you to see if people appreciate your products or services or not. And at that point, you are able to assess, am I generating revenue? Do I need to generate more clients? Or the clients are based on the price point, are they actually making me sustain the business? Because sometimes you may have customers, but you're actually charging below your costs. So those are things that you need to pay attention to. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rai. Our next question is from Fidelis Waitimu, and she asks, when you automate your process, which are the best ways to market some of these products? That may be, I think she means what she's offering, which are those best ways to market their products? And she's given an example of online courses. I think she ventures into online courses. So what are the best ways to market?
I think in terms of marketing, with the current dynamic that we have, digital is the best marketplace for anybody. And if you're doing online courses, it even resonates more that you should be marketing online. We have where you can boost, you can pay and boost your posts, maybe where you're advertising the courses, you've put out your well-designed flyer, having all the courses and the costs for the courses, contact information, where can people reach you, all those things. You boost that post online and you're able to get people interested, because with online, you can tap anywhere. You're not limited to your physical location. So you can get maybe a student interested from Ghana, or you can get someone from Egypt, or you can get, so digital is really the way to go nowadays. I would encourage all of us to venture into digital marketing. I think it's really the best that I can recommend.
Thank you so much, Gloria. The next question is coming from Richard at MTIC. And his question is, apart from profit maximization, what are the other objectives of doing business?
I think I will respond, then Roy can build on it. Like I said, the objectives of doing business is to satisfy your customer or your target market, for community, to create that impact in community. All of us want to do something that leaves an impact in the community. Don't just do business for the sake of it. What impact are you causing in the community? What is that legacy that you're leaving behind that people will remain talking about it? I remember I studied in Kenya for my primary, so I remember the milk. They used to supply milk. We used to call it government milk. But up to this day, I remember that milk because of that. So you want to leave that impact, that, I don't know which word I can use, but don't just do business for the sake of it. Have something bigger than the business that you're contributing to, that people will remain talking about it and referencing to it. I think that would give you even more satisfaction than any profit can ever give you, once you're able to satisfy your customer and leave a lasting impact in your community or in the marketplace. Roy, maybe you can build on it if possible.
So typically, people start businesses for different reasons. Overall, there is always a financial goal, financial objective, to make money out of the business. The other bit, because a business idea creates value that a customer pays for. That's why it's defined as a business. You're creating value that a customer pays. So in so doing, you are ensuring that the business can sustain itself. But beyond just the business, some entrepreneurs are driven into not only just making the money, but solving a problem which ultimately delivers a certain form of impact. It could be solving a problem of access to water. It could be solving a problem of transportation. It could be solving a problem of maybe water hygiene. hygiene in the community. So as you are making money, you are also solving a problem. And it's usually highly recommended that when you have both the financial and the impact goal in mind, usually the business, you will find your drive is more fulfilling when you can do more in solving that problem. And you are likely to actually feel you need to do it on a bigger scale. That's why I think when you mentioned the 4 Ps, purpose, beyond the money, that impact and the value that you're adding in the community usually is not only important, but a driving force in you scaling or growing a business.
Thank you so much for that. Joy, is there any other?
Yes, we do. This is from Odell Jimmy, and he's asking, how can we transform the community schools aided by organizations through the Business Connect system? The question is not very clear, Mr. Jimmy, but to my understanding, I think he's asking how best community schools that receive support from organizations can be transformed through implementation of a Business Connect system. I don't know whether I've rephrased it right. Mr. Jimmy, you can type in the chat and inform us whether that's what you meant.
Can address us.
Yes,
Jimmy,
please.
you can expound on that, and then Roy will come in to answer. Jimmy, kindly unmute and ask us the question again in detail so that you can know how best to respond.
And thank you. Actually, operating a community school, which is a preschool, initiated through the organization, which is community-based organization. So I wanted to know how can we, the civil participant, be uplifted since we are operating the school, but by this time, it is we, the organization, building the schools. Thank you.
Roy, have you understood the question? It seems like NGO related or charity. Yes, please. So your line is breaking. Your line is breaking. Kindly just start over again.
There are various ways in which organizations to create access to education for the community. For you to be more sustainable as a business, you can evaluate the situation in the community. In some cases, you may find the community is made up of farmers, they have some products. So you can actually, usually you ask them to contribute. So some can contribute in form of cash, some can contribute an value for their family products. I have seen an interpretation where some parents are carpenters, so they contribute furniture for the school, or they come and build. Some are builders, they help in building the classes, and their effort is valued in form of fees. Some are, as long as you can be able to value and appreciate the effort of the community, while at the same time, for those ones who are well off, they can contribute in form of fees. Ultimately, as a business, your aim is to ensure that you can sustain the ensure that it generates revenue. And you have to be considerate of the people who you are working with or the parents who you are serving. So do not underlook, but see how best you can synergize with them in a way that they can all contribute and help in sustaining the school. Thank you.
I think I just want to add something. I think I'm agreeing with you. For such charitable ventures, it's best to include the beneficiaries or the people who take care of them to be very, very much involved in the project. If it's a school, if it's a health center, whatever it is, make sure that they're involved in at least 60% of the activity so that they own it, they feel like it is theirs, it is their school, and they will be able to contribute to it, like Roy has alluded to, maybe in kind, maybe food items, or this or that, but they will also be very protective of this initiative so that they do not lose it because it's them benefiting from it. But if you're doing it without their involvement, then it will not be sustainable, because when you stop, they will say that was Imuka's project, that was their thing, that was their school. They will not own it. But if you bring it back to them and tell them, okay, we have this school, what can we do together to make it grow? What can we do together to provide the balanced diet? What can we do together to provide extracurricular activities for our children to recognize their talents, their gifts, and all these things? So you bring them into the operations of it to a certain extent so that they feel that they own the initiative and they will definitely support its growth and scalability. I hope we have been able to answer that question. Thank you so much, Jimmy. The next question, Joy.
Yes, thank you so much, Gloria and Roy, for the response. The next question is from Namodu Naira. She's asking, how does one get to identify a good working team, especially when it comes to passion?
Passion. That is a bit tricky because you can't have the same passion with everyone, but you can have people who align to your values or your attributes. That's why I said one of us at the 5M Club challenged us that we attract who we are. Who you are is who you will attract. So we have different types of employees, if I can call them that. We have donkey employees. We are going to use animal names. We have donkey employees who, you know, they work really hard, but they work based on your orders or your instructions. You tell them move here, they move there. You tell them do this, they do that. There's no initiative from them. And this always leads to a burnout. When a donkey is tired, it will not move. It will stay in one place. It will not move an inch. And that is always what happens with such employees or workers. They reach a point and someone just disappears or does stop showing up for work, and you can't even explain why. But it's because there's no initiative from them. They didn't, like we're telling Jimmy, they didn't own it. They didn't see themselves in this business. That is why it's important to have that vision and that goal and make sure everyone in the team has understood the vision for the company and knows how they are contributing towards the company achieving this vision in their own individual tasks. How are they chipping in to, you know, build this block and help the company reach these milestones that they have set? We have tortoise, we have those who are just very slow. You don't want such people in your business. We have the champions who are like the lions. Those are the people you need. The lions look at every challenge as an opportunity. They do not get scared because an elephant is bigger than them. They will still attack it. Whether it's big, they will form a pack of maybe 5 of them and they will bring the elephant down. They do not care that the antelope is very fast. They will chase it until they find it. So you need employees with the lion's mentality or a lion's mindset who look at every challenge as an opportunity. They do not fear challenges. They do not shy away from challenges. When the business is undergoing challenges, they rise up to the occasion. Those are the people you need. And it's not easy to detect that right away, but as you do your team building activities, as you nurture them and grow their talents through different trainings and all this, you will be able to see from the team, you'll be able to see those who are slow, those who are donkeys, those who are champions. It will come out naturally in their work, and those are the ones you retain in your business. I hope I've answered that well.
Yes, you have. The next question is from Immaculate. She's asking, I think this will be a session on its own. She needs to understand more about digital marketing and how to maximize it so that her business can be able to grow and scale.
Yes, most definitely. We can have that session separately because it's a wide spectrum. Digital marketing is the in thing. It's the in thing, and you just need simple tips here and there to be able to maybe post something and it trends, or post something and your customers understand it and they're able to order for it. You can post pictures and people do not even call or do not click like or do not, it's just there. So we need to give you tips on digital marketing. I hope the Imuka team has noted that down, because like I said, these days digital is the thing. If you're not online, at least have a website or have a Facebook page or Instagram. Everyone is on Instagram these days. Post nice photos on Instagram, but briefly just be very clear. The thing with digital marketing is that if you're not clear, people get bored very fast. They click onto the next one very fast. So when you're posting, let's say Immaculate said she does children clothing, you can post dresses. You can say today it's for dresses. You have to have your content plan. We shall discuss this all later. You have to have your content plan. On Monday, I'm posting dresses only for girls. On Tuesday, I'll post shorts only for boys. On Wednesday, I'll post shirts. Thursday, I'll post overalls. I'll do this. So you have your dresses. Take nice pictures of them. Do a grid. People don't like many photos. Do a grid. Or if you're doing individual photos, do few photos. Don't cramp so many photos at once. Then describe them. Where there's space for captioning. Describe, put there the amount, put there the contact, put there the age. This dress is for which age of the child, because children are different. Which age? This is for a girl age between 3 to 5 years. It's at 10,000. Call this number to order. You be very direct, so that when someone sees something and they like it, immediately they go under it and all the information is there and they place the order. So do not waste time online. People don't like asking, how much, and no one is answering, or you're fearing to put the price there or this and that. Just be direct. Maintain your price. Be very proud of your price. If it's a high price, then that was not your customer. Your customer is the one who can afford your price. So pricing is also a whole different thing, so that you're able to price your products where you're getting profits, margins, and you're able to stick to that price, and you maintain your quality, maintain your products, and you're able to sell. So we shall do another masterclass on digital marketing, because I really feel it's the way to go. It's the way to go, and people just need small tips here and there, and they will be able to sell online beyond borders of Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And our last question is from Veronica. She thanks you for the great presentation, and she requests to be guided on how to access a business loan from a bank. I think I'll take that on. Veronica, Imuka Access does capital raising, fundraising for enterprises. And in that service scope, we do offer pre-investment preparation support that includes document preparation support, Those are business plans, financial models, and those are documents that the bank or investors or financials do require when you need a loan, whether you're looking for investment, whether it's equity, whether it's debt. So we do offer those services, as well as pitch deck development. We also do train on pitching and storytelling. We also do due diligence support. That's on the side of the various investors, financials, as well as the banks, and also assist you in negotiating. So we are planning a masterclass that will entail capital raising and that will be informed. So kindly be looking on the lookout via our platform, that's www.imuka.co, as well as contacting us via our email, that's imukaaccess@gmail.com, as well as our contact, which is 0788-320-403. These have been shared in the chat. Please kindly look out, and we shall be able to support you to see that you are able, because funding is a challenge that all the entrepreneurs, not only in Uganda, face. So Imuka Access is there to provide this service to the entrepreneurs and make it as easy as possible without any hindrances to actualize our potential. Thank you. And I think those are the questions that we have so far. And I would just like to thank every attendant that has created time to join in for this session. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you so much, the Imuka team, Roy, Diana, Judith, Eugene, for making it an information that's successful. And I know this is not the end. More sessions are going to be ongoing. So I encourage other participants to also inform others that think they will be able to gain from these sessions, to always be on the lookout. We are ready to support them and see that we have a blossoming entrepreneurial ecosystem, not only in Uganda. Over to you, Gloria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. Yes, we have this last slide, and I think, like Joy said, the contacts have been shared in the comment section. Please feel free to reach out to us in case you're having any challenge in your business. Feel free to reach out to us for mentorship, for coaching, for guidance, for support to enable your business scale up. I want to thank you so much, all of you, for turning up. It's really an honor. This was our very first masterclass for this year, and we are so glad to have you on board. We'll be having many other masterclasses. As we keep interacting, we keep knowing which challenges you want us to talk about. We'll be able to bring experts on board to talk about all the issues that you're facing, and we'll be able to support you along your business journey. Business is not a very easy process, and you need people to hold your hand and walk with the journey with you so that it is successful. So please do not walk this journey alone. Imuka Access is your business partner. Imuka Access will connect you to all the business opportunities that you need to grow and scale up your business operations. We are big on scaling up because we want global African enterprises to be realized. So I thank you all, and I wish you a very, very blessed day, blessed Easter holiday. May God richly bless you.